good. Please welcome Jensen and Jared Padalecki.
Hey guys.
Now I've got that song, Reunited. So good.
Please never do that again.
Shut up.
So I was saying to Ackles, we have officially changed positions because now I am like clean cut and have the Dean Winchester haircut, and he is rocking Sam Winchester circa season 1 for sure.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you kind of had there was a little of this. There was a lot of bangs going on early on.
Well, I had to hide the forehead, man. I got the Polish forehead. I don't know why. This is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I look like somebody who belongs in prison. It's like, listen, Your Honor, you're right. I shouldn't have taken that family captive.
I shouldn't still have them captive.
Yeah. So here's the deal, Jared. I need to ask, you do like these like weird top knots, which I know not going to happen. But
it's a man bun. It's not a top knot. It's a man bun.
Whatever it is, it's wrong. Secondly, is what kind of beanie needs to happen in order to kind of make this not do like basically that.
Well, that looks like Sonic the Hedgehog or like an anime character.
It's Ace Ventura. It's great. It's Ace Ventura with the beard.
I think it's Dragon Ball Z. So Maisie, if you're out there, Maisie was the first one to ever buy me a Beachfield. This is not a paid ad, but I wear Beachfield slouchy beanies because my.
So you still wear? So you now? Fun fact, right? You actually tried to contact those people and say, "Hey, I can't find you. I'm out of your Beachfield, and and they only make them in the UK.
Yeah,
you couldn't see them in."
It's changed now. You can get them on Amazon now. Okay. But like 4 or 5 years ago when I got them, I was like, these are amazing. I tried to buy them here in the States, where we were in Canada filming like season 10 or something. And I was like, hey, I can't find your beanies in Vancouver, but I live in Texas as well. I go to LA sometimes. And they're like, oh no, mate. Well, glad you like our product. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna kick it up a notch. And I was like, well, while filming my TV show, I do travel around to Toronto. And they're like, oh,
by the way, I don't know if you're doing like Brisbane, Australia, or like South Africa, or
combination,
like Inverness, Scotland. Like,
by the way, that's where they were.
A little bit of everything.
Well, right? His mom was from Inverness, but his dad was from Brisbane. So yeah. And then they were raised in Johannesburg.
Well, it really makes sense. I mean, you're killing it. You're nailing it.
Yeah. So, okay, mate. Well, we love TV as well. And I was like, hey, can I buy a bunch? And they're like, no, but we wish you well. And I was like, basically. And so finally, they sell them. They sell them on Amazon. But now I don't. But the awkward thing now is that
you don't really need it.
I don't need it. So I started wearing beanies. I think some people know this, but because I was working out at Bally's Total Fitness in Studio City.
I think it's Bally's.
20 years ago. And as I was running, my hair was flipping around, and the person on the treadmill next to me was like, they were looking around like something was dripping, and they realized it was my hair like flying in the wind. I had your hair. And so they moved like one to go over, and I was like, oh, okay, note to self. And so I started wearing beanies, and now I wear them in 100 degrees. I mean,
But then also, take it a step further. So you tackled the problem with a beanie.
I did, yeah.
And then years later, I'm running with him, training. We're training for a marathon, and we're in a gym, and we're both side by side on a treadmill because the weather is just awful. And he and I are running, and we're like 11 miles on a treadmill. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever run 11 miles on a treadmill.
Not fun.
It is like painstakingly boring.
Yeah.
I certainly have never done it.
It was like December in Vancouver. So
right.
It was awful.
You have logged thousands of miles on a treadmill. I'm not a big runner. My body's not designed for it. I've got bow-legged. I should be riding a horse. But we're running, and we get it to like mile 5 or 6 or whatever. And I noticed that from my elbows, I'm flinging sweat. It's just flying. And I was making fun of Jared earlier when we got on the treadmill of, why are you wearing socks on your sleeves? Like he had like these tight things on his arms. And I'm like, we're inside. It's not, I mean, I understand if you're going to go outside for the warmth and stuff. He's like, you'll see. And within like 6 miles, it was like flinging sweat all over. And I like had to figure out, like, I don't know what I did. I just kept toweling my elbows off as I'm running. It was
awkward. It was an awkward running position.
It was really awkward. And then you moved over because you were embarrassed of me, and that's fine.
Well, I was just like sick and tired of your sweat.
Of getting hit, hitting you in the face.
Awful sweat. The well sweat. All right. Hey guys.
We probably should answer some questions because it's been a while since we've done this. Clearly.
First and foremost, I think I'll speak for both of us. Say we miss you guys. Thank y'all for joining us on a Sunday.
I missed you, dude.
I miss you better.
You know, this is the longest Jared and I have gone without seeing each other in 15 years.
I know. I started to. I was with on your birthday. Happy birthday, Ackles. I would sing to him right now, but we don't have a group, and I can't sing alone.
And you can't fall in the background and let everybody.
Jensen, happy birthday! I was with Jen for our anniversary trip, and
happy anniversary.
Yeah, thanks. Happy birthday. But I started typing out a birthday. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like do a birthday tweet or something, like it's my boy's birthday. And then I was like, how do I word this? And I was like, well, this is the first birthday in 17 birthdays that I haven't like been able to give you a hug and go like, happy birthday, you know? It's weird. I got a little teary, and I was like, I'm not sending that. I'm gonna push it inside. It's healthy to hold it inside.
Just push down.
But you don't look a day over 41, man.
So. Hey, I don't feel a day over 47, so it's fine. All right, let's do some questions here. You want to take the first one there, brother?
Betty B, you got it. Betty B, Brittany Marriott. This is Jenny from VA. Oh, okay. Brittany is Brittany. Okay, got it. I was like looking at the. So Brittany, our friend Brittany, it came from her, but it says, "This is Jenny from VA. What is something you have learned about yourself as parents during this past year?" Ooh, okay. I'll give it a go. I have learned that. I think I've learned some degree of patience, but in real time, I've learned that. I simply could not do it without my wife. I'm really good in spurts. Like Jensen was saying that he's not a big marathon guy. He's more like a high octane athlete. Like sprint, fine, he'll do it. With athletic things, like I like the long term. Like tell me to run for 8 hours and I'll do it. But I'm the opposite as a parent. I'm like, listen, I can be great for like half an hour at a time. So I'm like sort of like, I'll go in, I'll help get the kids ready. I'll wake up in the morning, work on my stuff, and come in and help with breakfast, help wake them up. And then about an hour into it, I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Jen, tag team, you're in. And I'll go FO to the guest house or something, or take the garbage out. So for me, I learned that I'm a better, I feel like, you are Apples. Like for me, I feel like hour 2 or 3, I start to get a little impatient and go like, man, I just want them to act like, an adult. Like, why do they not understand? Oh, because they're 3 and 7 and 9 or almost 9. But I'm having a good time, but I've learned that I can't do it alone.
Yeah, I would say that what I've learned is I've always been, or at least I've always thought I was quite a patient person when it came to, worldly dealings and dealing with friends and dealing with family and dealing with relationships. And I always found that I had quite the long fuse. I think Jared could probably attest to that. And I've found that my parenting fuse is far shorter. than than I had ever hoped it would be. And that is to say, not that I'm getting angry or anything. It's the frustration. And like Jared said, it's when you've got three, and he and I both have three children. It's there's a lot, and I have learned to ask for help. I have learned to not try and do everything that I thought I was going to be able to do, which is like get all three of them ready for bed within 30 minutes. Like, oh, you know, so and so is calling in 30 minutes, or you got to Zoom in half an hour. You got to get so and so ready, or you got to do this. Oh yeah, I got that. So it's I think learning to extend that fuse, and that's something that I've done as a parent, and you know, as a man, inherently, like we don't want to ask for help. That's not our MO. We want to fix things. We want to you know do it ourselves and complete the task. So I think realizing that that's not always going to be the case, and that you not only need help, but you need to have more patience. And really, this is just when Danielle asks me to do something. This is when she's like, "Hey, can you get them all breakfast real quick?"
When she finally, or she's like, "Okay, Jensen."
Yeah, but meanwhile,
I'm just going to.
she steps in and she does it in like not in a half. She does it in like 20 minutes or 15, and I'm like, I don't understand how. So there's been a big humble pie that I've had to eat being home so much, and that is realizing how superhuman my wife is and how human I am.
Yeah. Subhuman you are.
So yes, yeah, like a troglodyte.
Thank you for the question. All right, Ackles, I'll take
okay. Is that Zlata? Zlata from Russia. Question is, what's the strangest dream you've ever had? Thanks, guys, for your creativity. Love you so much. Well, thank you from the United States.
Yeah.
Strangest dream. I've had some weird dreams, and they're usually mushroom induced. That's not true. I have strange. We've lost Jared. Copy that. He's going. He's one. Copy. I would say as far as strange dreams go, I don't know about you, Jared, but I've had a few reoccurring dreams in my life that are still as vivid as like watching a movie in my mind, like in my waking mind. And they usually revolve around some sort of apocalyptic thing that's happening, and I'm having to save somebody that can't save themselves, and it just sucks. And I always get caught in like the stairwell of a parking garage, listening to like the engine close in, and I don't know that there's I don't know what that means. But it's one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I have a recurring dream where I'm like a victim in an apocalypse, and this bow-legged dude runs in to save the day, but gets caught in a stairwell. And I'm just kidding. I did have. What were you gonna say? I did have.
And you're in like the robot alien thing that Ripley used.
Yes.
As aliens.
Were you in my? Quit haunting my dreams.
Listen, you were in mine.
I did have a dream. One time, I remember this dream. I've had many strange dreams, but I had one dream where I was living. Ackles, you know where this was? It was sort of like Vineland and Moore Park area, in LA and Sherman Oaks, I guess that was, like around the border of Burbank, I guess. Anyways, I had a dream that somebody was sneaking into the house, and then my door opens and there's like a ghost or something, and then the sheets start moving, the lights start going on and off, and then I woke up from the dream. And then I saw like a figure or something, and I thought I was awake because it's really weird. If this makes any sense, I woke up from my dream into another dream, and then actually woke up. So I had a weird dream where I sort of like someone was in the place, and I could hear something, and they came into my room, and things were moving around, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God, that was just a dream. And then it happened again, and then I thought I was awake, and then I finally actually woke up. And so that was not kind of whoever creates dreams, because it was pretty scary. And so I didn't really go back to sleep. That was about 20 years ago. So luckily I did some studying. I got my black belt in demon hunting. It took 15 years, 15 and a half. So I got my black belt. We both got like 2-stripe black belts and demon hunting and ghost hunting, and so now they don't bother me anymore.
Somebody asked me the other day, could you really like handle yourself in a like a paranormal situation?
Huh.
And I said, look, if I played a doctor on TV for 15 years, could I handle a triage situation?
Can you fix my shoulder?
And I was like, I might know a few things and a few ideas. I might be able to like, tourniquet that, or I might be able to say, you need to see a real doctor.
Yeah. But don't give me a scalpel.
But don't give me a scalpel.
That's a good way to put it. All right. Thank you, Zlata. C. Kreider. Vancouver misses you. I miss Vancouver. Hope you can come back soon. How are the Impalas? Well, I do have one sit in my garage. Sat in last night, turned it on, made sure it was still running. So she's good. Ackles, how's your girl?
I've sold her parts, and she's,
just died. 4 people just had a heart attack and died immediately.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. Like now she lives on in other cars, and it's like I donated blood or I gave her kidney.
Didn't we do an episode about like James Dean's Porsche that a part got put into it and killed somebody? So now they're going to be like 4. We're going to have to redo this on.
Hey, no. The Impala never killed. The Impala only brought luck. So now there's a dozen cars out there.
You did beat the shit out of somebody in the Impala and baby. So
that's
maybe
true. Yeah, but I also made love to an angel in the backseat.
That's true. So it's probably okay.
Yeah. The Impala is intact and well and safe and covered and in a secure location in Austin, Texas.
No. This is you, bud.
Oh, okay.
It says Jared, so I'll take it.
No, yeah, you take it.
You take it. Carla 1421. Jared, I'm loving Walker so much. Amazing. And it keeps getting better. Amazing. Any chance we'll see director Ackles there one day? Well, I'm going to sell out my dear friend who stood in my wedding and say he was supposed to direct season 1, but he got a job with some guy who created a show or several shows, and he had to leave. So as soon as this bow-legged apocalypse hero,
this bow-legged troglodyte,
Toronto troglodyte. I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know how you'd make that one work.
Yeah, I abandoned. So yeah, I cannot wait. I've been begging him for what's been 2 years now to come direct. Or
full disclosure, Jared somehow blackmailed somebody up in the studio and said, listen, if you don't let Jensen direct, then I'm going to shave my head. And so I was slated to direct episode 5.
Which is the last fresh one to air, yeah.
Which was the last one to air. But unfortunately, I was having to go back to LA every like 10 days for the boys to do superhero outfit fittings, which who knew how long that needed to take. But it just so it didn't work out. I was really stoked. I had gotten the script and had told Jared that this is shit and that I will not. I refuse to do this. No, it was something I was really looking forward to.
He only took the boys because he was like, well, how do I get out of Walker?
That's right.
I got to go work with Kripke in Toronto.
I only took one job to usurp another. That was really. No, it was. I mean, I thought it was going to be really. It'll be really cool to be on set with him again, and I know that for and I forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn. Jared, I think was looking forward to having somebody who knew him so well to be there on set with him in helping kind of in a creative manner, divert from Sam, because I know, and he clearly didn't need any help. But I was kind of looking forward to kind of, getting the band back together, so to speak. And that will happen, I have no doubt.
Yeah, can't wait. Thank you, Carla. All right. Hey, Misha, I'm from Paraguay. I'm not one for serious questions, so what's the most random thing you have in your home? Are you going to do Misha, or should I? I'll do Misha.
Well, are you going to do Misha, or are you going to do Cass?
Are they different?
Not really.
Like Cass circa season 4, or like season 10 or 14?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd Cass circa 14.
Okay, 14. Okay, Mara Valdez, 21. Thank you. Misha here. Nice to hear from you. I have something weird in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I have the left ankle of everybody I raised from perdition.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Fart.
Yeah, I would add
Yeah.
that I also have something weird in my home. It is a cutting board. Why would you need a board to cut? You just cut. So that's again something that I think.
Well, that was more like season 13, but
it was. Yeah, I was trying to like kind of blend the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Jensen, will you tell us a little about Chaos Machine and your plans for it? So Chaos Machine is a production company that my wife and I started under the umbrella of Warner Brothers Television, and they have tapped us to bring them some content, some TV projects. So we're currently working and developing about 5 different projects right now. We have one that we are taking its final step to delivering to network this week, actually. And we'll probably have an idea of when you guys can see that material by the end of this week. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Until then, we're just trying to find material that we think is fun and exciting. Not necessarily, genre specific. We're kind of across the board. We have a really cool project that I'm excited about with a Supernatural alum. I don't want to give away too much because, like Jared, I don't like to talk about projects until they're like baked, and these are all kind of like in the mixing process. So we'll just say we've got some fun things happening. As you know, entertainment industry and developing is a rocky road, a tough road to navigate. But we've got really, if we were just individual or independent, it would be even a taller, higher hill to climb. But the fact that we've got Warner Brothers kind of we're one of their players now, so that makes it really interesting. It makes it really fun. That's really what I've been spending most of my time doing here in mountains of Colorado.
Amazing. And I think so. It doesn't say this from Winchester, but I know your next question that cut off is, will Jared be in it? And absolutely. I will totally roll over, go from stage 1 to stage 3, and be on Jensen and Dee's new show.
Yeah.
The question got cut off. Wait
a second. I have a new development here.
Is there there it is. Jared's already there. Is that Beachfield? What is that? That looks good.
I don't know. It's a beanie.
It looks good, man. See, now you know. Now that you're
it's a toque. It's a toque from all my Canadian brethren.
Well, Vancouver misses you, so you're telling Vancouver you miss it back.
Okay, where did we leave off? Did we?
Oltika, Litka. Oh, my eyes. Olivka, hi from Russia. J2, what do you think Sam and Dean do in heaven? No need to hunt anymore, but they can do whatever they want. That's a great question. I think it's up to you guys whether or not you want to see what Sam and Dean do in heaven. Start a petition, call Biden, and where are you? You're in Russia? Call Putin and Biden and make sure that Superman goes back. I don't know. Does Putin watch TV? I don't know. I've never met him. I don't know the guy. So what they do, they think about Olitka. I would love to see what Sam and Dean do in heaven. I think hopefully they finally have found the peace they deserve so much. So I like to think they're probably talking cars and sitting on a green cooler, having a beer or two.
Where are you? I'm lost.
I'm at Olitka. Hi from Russia, J2. Brittany Marriott at 3:17 p.m. What do Sam and Dean do in heaven? No need to hunt, but they can do whatever they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not the one I got. Oh, there we go. Hi from Dallas, Texas. Did you see that one?
That's the next one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there. So should we go to that one?
Yeah. Well, unless you want to say what you think Dean does in heaven.
Well, I think we caught a glimpse of what Dean does in heaven. I think he drives around a baby and he pops tops on the front porch of Harvell's, and he probably goes over to mom and dad's and gets some lasagna, and then he goes to drive, and I think he's just trying to live his best life. I think at a certain point he's going to miss the life, and he's probably going to get with Sam and tell Jack, hey, put us in, coach. And that's the Netflix or the Amazon or the Apple or the whatever streaming Hulu type of subscription you subscribe to. That's the reboot.
Or maybe we just grab a few GoPros and get in the Impalas and roll camera.
and then just sell it to everybody. Hey, I know a production company that would actually do that.
Can we call them? Do you know their number?
I have their number. Yeah.
Amazing. Dallas, Texas. Hi, Sarah 412. Hi from Dallas, Texas. I was wondering what is something you would like to pass on to your kids that is important to you. Love you guys. Love you back. Ackles, you want to start this mess?
Pass on to the kids. I mean, I would say, well, certainly a sense of self, a sense of purpose, a sense of community. There's all those kind of self-help type of things that you can tell your kid, but I just hope that in my world I can teach my kids to just love themselves and love who they are, because I don't think you really can love other people until you love yourself. And so a strong compass in that field is, I think, required to really have a fulfilling life. So if I can leave them with that and the baby, those are the two things.
I think I have a very similar answer. I heard a podcast or read something in the last year that somebody just kind of casually said, find somebody who loves you, warts and all, and who you love back, warts and all. And I think that's something, I've been really fortunate. We've both been fortunate to meet a lot of people who know our work, and that's unusual for a human being, for someone to know what you do, and it's awesome and flattering. And we've also been in a weird situation where some people want to know you or kind of collaborate with you for maybe the wrong reasons, but the people that have really made my life better are the people that love me, warts and all. And I would say that I hope my kids seek out that sense of purpose that Ackles talked about, but also seek to find people that love them, warts and all, and that they love back, warts and all. It's one thing to like the good, or the convenient you see in somebody else. But it's another to go like, you know what, this person is human, they're flawed, but I'm human and flawed also, and I just want to support this person, like whatever they're doing. Like they're going to make a mistake, and I'm going to be there to say like, hey, dude, you made a mistake. I still love you. You made a mistake. Like let's get through this together, and vice versa. So warts and all.
But like genital warts and all? Because
Yes, all of the warts. All
okay.
of them.
I mean, I'm just checking. I didn't know if there was like a.
I mean, I still love you, right? So, I mean,
that is a very good point.
That's a very good point.
That is a very good point.
I hope no one's filming this. Louisa.
I'm like sweating in this thing. How do you wear that? And you're in Texas.
Yeah, but my air conditioning's at 65.
Oh, well, you also just had like a snow apocalypse in there.
Yeah, we should have. What was the most silly fight you've ever had? I love you guys. All right, Louisa, love SPN, love you back. Silly fight.
We did an entire fight outtake that was in slow motion. That was pretty awesome.
That's right. That was the finale.
Yeah. We did that. It was unrehearsed and unplanned.
Wow.
But we
gave each other a look right before.
You know why? Because Rob said slow it down.
Oh.
He's like, okay, guys, hey, that's a very common note for Rob, and I think most stunt coordinators is to slow the fight down.
Yeah, if you're fighting real speed, you lose it.
Well, yeah, there's two things. There's two things that can happen if you're fighting at the speed that normal people would fight. One, the camera's not going to see it because it's so fast. It's a blur. It's a motion blur. And two, if you're fighting at real speed, you have a higher chance of getting hurt. Something wrong happening. When you slow it down, you can be more precise about your movements, and the camera can see it, and it doesn't feel like you've slowed down.
Hey, did that make it? Do we have a gag reel? Did that make it to the gag reel? Do we have?
I'm sure it did. Yeah, you guys probably see that. But anytime like we get a note that is so either just so obvious or something that we can completely play with, Jared and I don't even have to conversate. We don't have to like talk about it. It's just a look of just.
Yeah. He says slow it down, we'll slow it down.
Slow it down. And so we instantly, they're like, action! And we did that so many times over the course of Supernatural. Not so many times, but
also that time specifically was a really high intensity day. I mean, that was
probably the most high octane day.
Yeah,
in years.
We like the crew, the cast, the crew, the stunt guys and gals. Everybody needed to laugh, and we were like, okay, we know what's coming at the end of the day. We know we're about to shoot, where we're all going to be crying for 8 hours straight. So let's get this laugh in while we can. And so we just made it silly, you know.
That's one thing that I assume I'm going to miss the most working on other shows is Jared and I had kind of a knack of when anything started to get really kind of heavy and serious, and there was a lot on the line. He and I always had a knack of just popping the bubble and taking the air out of it. And what it did was it allowed people to relax into what they needed to do. And in my opinion, it was a better product because of it. If there's so much tension and that can lead to anxiety, and that can lead to missteps, and that can lead to people forgetting their words or stumbling and they can't or making a wrong move with it, and it's just all of a sudden you take the air out of all of that and you laugh.
Yeah.
Laughter is a beautiful cure for a lot of that, and I will be forever grateful at the laughter that occurred on Supernatural.
Amen.
Yeah. Next, where we got? Tattoo Alecki. Yes, and that one's for you.
Tattoo Alecki. I'll read it. Where'd it go?
Go for it.
It's not showing up. Weird.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think Dean would let Sam pick the music in heaven, or would it always be driver picks music, shotgun shuts the cake hole? Well, my guess, this is a question for Ackles really, but my guess is absolutely not. Especially in Dean's heaven, and you know what, in Sam's heaven, driver picks music, shotgun shuts the cake hole. So if Sam's driving then he picks music. But if Dean's driving, then I think he picks music.
I agree, but I'll add to that in saying that in heaven, no matter who picks the music,
you both hear what you want to hear.
You hear what you want to hear.
So I'm hearing like, "What is love?" Hurt me. Fair enough. Thank you. Tattoo it, Lucky.
All right. Okay. I am. Is it Nagar? Nagar? We'll leave it at that. From Iran. What have you not done yet, but would like to do? What have you not done yet? I mean, I would follow that up by saying in the show, in life.
Yeah, there's some funny ways to go with it.
There's kind of a lot of ways to go.
I've never liked our heroin.
Let's go with the show. Let's go with what did we, now that it's over, what did we not get to do that we would have liked to have done?
I don't know, man. Legit, I don't know. I think it's easier for me to say like what Jared would like to do. I mean, I love traveling, and I would love to continue to travel and see some spaces. I would love to learn other languages. I mean, I feel like I could live, if there were 5 Jareds right now living lives, I feel like I still wouldn't be able to do all of the things that I want to do. You know what? Then maybe my answer is I would like to learn how to just calm down and chill out, because I can't stop moving, and I would love to learn how to and maybe that links over to Sam Winchester. Like, I would love for him to really be at a space. It seems like he did in the final episode, at least for a little bit. I think he was still conflicted and probably still, thoughtful and pensive about his brother and the life that